back in Week 8. The Rams won a thriller in their previous game against the Seahawks. Can Seattle even the score? Find out next.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, and certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Rams have got it back.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. Lance now to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that'll make it second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now Lance throwing on second down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
To throw, it's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
And they'll go for it. Lance
eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have recovered. Does the big boy have the juice? So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 19 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often.
Williams loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a big...
And he loses the football the second time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Koo for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Flushed out right. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 51 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, L.A.
Christian McCaffrey, the complete package. He's got the power, the hands, the agility, and he certainly also has the speed as evidenced there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
On first down, Lance. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now he's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then...
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that dog is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Williams loses the football. Room here to run. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to...
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And again, it's Mayfield. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. McCann's kick is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better by our guys. Look at that montage of great plays that they put together. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you speak it pretty well. But these guys, the pictures they put up, oh.
Very good, and he's got his team in the lead right now. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Lance now on first down.
Flush to his right. Going up top for Cup. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Here's Lance.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a
leap, and he's got it. He got it. Touchdown, Rams.
Alvin Kamara
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the scramble. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Rolling to his right.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
Touchdown!
Alvin Kamara.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Out to his left. He's to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 41, Mayfield throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Seahawks on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Read it well, and it's picked.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a depth.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Alvin Kamara there to make the grab. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field.
So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Seattle. A little juke, fighting him off. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Lance to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
On play action, Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Forced out to his left. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Mayfield. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Open man is Galladay. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Now Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Rams, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.